Bravo 6. Not going dark. I mean, it is kind of dark out here. I'd like to go home, and even worse, I feel like I'm surrounded by other players with lead injectors and extremely questionable morals. Hey, welcome back to the dissection table. Here we take the latest video games, trailers, comics, movies, and more, and break them down bit by bit. Oh man, we got a good one this time, and by a good one, I mean a little bit of a sensitive subject, because when it comes to the infamous Call of Duty franchise, it's a franchise that's been close to the heart to many a gamers for several decades at this point. And as someone who has partaken whenever it comes to the Call of Duty franchise on and off throughout the years, I haven't played every single COD title. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, but I played enough of them to, I think I got a little bit to say. Some of it going to be good, some of it not going to be so good. So let's just get this ball rolling. Here we go. First off, this story of Modern Warfare 4. Nobody gives a shit. Real shit, I didn't even do any kind of homework on this. I mean, nobody gives a shit, from the average gamer to even the fellow content creators from TikTok, YouTube, and beyond, myself included in that statement. Nobody cares. The Modern Warfare storyline, when it became, with the first, Modern Warfare, the brand new one, and then, yeah, y'all completely lost us after MW2. I mean, if you didn't lose us after MW2, you definitely lost everybody who even gave just a minuscule little shit about the story when it came to that MW3 grand conclusion. Are you kidding me? First off, just a plain, boring, generic ass-having story. Nobody cared. And when you did try to make us care, when you tried to pull on our heartstrings, that kind of fell flat. Nobody gave a shit, okay? You took out Soap in what was arguably the most boring, just I didn't shed a tear kind of way. When back in the day, this did work. This did pull on our heartstrings, because we fought like hell to try to save this man's ass, dragging him through an entire battlefield, all while whenever you looked behind you, massive trail of blood behind you. Ketchup. It was a ketchup trail. And Soap's reaction was actually kind of grounded. He was hysterical, screaming Soap's name. Oh, no, Soap, no! Once the stories, the campaigns, the Call of Duty titles were interesting, they were engaging, and they did get us in the heart from time to time. Now, they don't. Nobody knows what the story is. Nobody gives a shit. The only thing people care about is whenever it comes to the multiplayer and everything else in between. Nobody gives a shit about the story. And when it comes to all these companies behind every Call of Duty title, from Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games, and every other company behind these Call of Duty titles, every last one of them is cancerous. I don't trust them as far as I could throw them, but I will give credit where credit is due in two regards. Based off of, or very early, I'm talking very early gameplay, what we see whenever it comes to the, overall base movement. When it comes to Modern Warfare 4, it's fast, but it's not too fast. It does feel grounded in the sense that this is how fast you would be moving when your adrenaline's pumping, but not so fast that it feels like the movement has been catered to the basement-dwelling Redditor, moderator-like type of build gamer, okay? It feels fun, but not over the top to a point where it feels like you need a third eye in order to keep track of your movement and everybody else on the map. In their defense, slightly, when it comes to Modern Warfare 4, it does look like they did listen to honest feedback whenever it came to everybody complaining about the movement. They wanted it not too fast, but not too fast. So it looks like maybe, just maybe, and again, this is very slightly in their defense. Maybe they did listen, at least in the regard of movement. And speaking of being receptive to feedback from the player base, apparently they have, heard out the players, basically them saying, we don't want these ridiculous skins in the game because it breaks the immersion. No, Call of Duty isn't realistic, but they want it realistic in the sense where things look grounded in terms of the operator skins. So apparently they're saying, yes, we've heard you. We're not going to do that this time. Do you really believe after seeing skins and bundles like this, they're going to change their mind? Did they change their mind? No. They doubled down, and worse, they tripled down in the future with skins like Nicki Minaj's ass sets, and then they quadruple down with the cel-shaded like BS like this, the Beavis and Buttheads and stuff. Mark my words, no more than 3 months into the release of Modern Warfare 4, that's when we're going to see the grounded, realistic skins that we all love, and they're going to get swept off to the side, and skins and bundles like this are going to make their return. Why? Because they're profitable. See, when it comes to the player base, you've got us like myself. Okay, you want to take characters from things like comics, like Al Simmons, aka Spawn, and you want to put him into the game, fine. But give us something like this. You gave us him in his human form with military tactical gear. That's cool. That's acceptable. You want this video game to be a little unrealistic and literally put Spawn, who's OP under certain circumstances when you really look at his powers, and again, put him in the game with actual tactical military gear and outfit and all, that's cool. That's acceptable as well. What we don't want, all these companies behind the Call of Duty titles appeasing to that very specific target demographic, aka the special window lickers, and giving them a TMNT bundle that almost costed, what was it, $30? Also, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles wouldn't be using lead injectors. Idiots! And their special little unicorn finisher, which is literally a unicorn shitting out a rainbow. I'm done. To all the companies behind Call of Duty, I hope you're paying attention, because when it comes to your competition, Battlefield 6, aka EA and DICE, at least all this time into this game after its initial release, all the way into Season 3, at least they can say, again, all the way up here to Season 3, at least they can say they don't have none of that BS in their grounded, dark, gritty, realistic, militaristic shooter. They don't have none of that BS. Call of Duty, every company behind you, I hope you're paying attention to your competition, because right now they're beating you in that one regard. In Modern Warfare's defense, ever so slightly here, whenever it comes to the menu and the whole entire, create your class and select your weapons and all this, at least this looks good. At least it looks organized. It looks like I don't need a yieldy fashion map in order to navigate my way from the main menu to the characters to the weapon selection and so on and so forth. So at first glance, at least at first appearance, it looks good. If it's going to be good when the game is here, who knows? And while I did speak positively about the overall base movement and combat and everything, we still don't really know until we, the gamers, actually get to finally play the game if the movement is actually good or if they just overly glazed it. Who knows? On the surface, right now, things are looking good. Game's coming out in October. So right now, I'm very, 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 very cautiously optimistic that maybe this could be a Call of Duty game. I can tell you right now, the only thing I'm honest to God looking forward to about this Call of Duty, the only thing I'll give it even the time of day at all is the return of DMZ mode. Why they took this away when it came to MW3 is one of the greatest sins in the franchise's history, for me personally. I know that's hearsay to others, but for me personally, I love this. And that's no exaggeration, actual confirmation. DMZ is returning whenever it comes to this October, so I'm really looking forward to this mode. Why? And why I think, in my personal opinion, for people who want something a bit more relaxing, while also at the simultaneously being a better game mode, easy. I like this mode because whenever it came to prep time and actually being methodical about where you are, where you're going, it would be extremely rewarding because victory loves preparation. That's actually a saying. And basically, I like this because it's not the stereotypical go, 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 go as fast as you can movement and overall base combat and objective chasing whenever it came to Warzone. No, when it came to DMZ mode, you could be, again, like I said, methodical, slow, and precise, and plan out what you were going to do from the lobby with your friends. I like this game mode. And again, I'll never forgive them for taking it away, but I'm a little thankful they're bringing it back. Even though, let's be honest, we have these objectives to chase, but whenever it came to DMZ back in MW2, let's be honest, we just went around cooking the entire map and tracking down every enemy, every player on the map because they gave us the best rewards and the best challenge. And there wasn't so many players that felt like it was overwhelming and you could have anybody come sneaking up on you behind your back. God, I love this mode. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, releasing October 23rd. And do I have any kind of confidence in this game? Probably not. I can only imagine not even barely 1 hour. Whenever it comes to my beloved DMZ mode, I'm probably going to be asking for a refund over on Steam. Real shit. But who knows? Maybe this is the fabled Call of Duty which will turn everything around. We'll have to wait and see. Please make sure to share your thoughts over here in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video breakdown, please make sure to give me a follow, like, and a comment. And definitely make sure you hit that follow right there so I can continue to keep you informed on all things video games, trailers, comics, movies, and more. And links in the description in the comments below to the other wings of the Asylum, to Kick and YouTube. But again, I hope y'all enjoyed and hope to see y'all in the next one.